because when you work hard, you can make it. You can make it. You can be professional. Maybe not in Manchester United, maybe in Madrid, why not? Maybe in Lyon, in France, but they can make it. When you work, you never lost what you did in work.
Good day and welcome to Football Insight, a program designed with the intention of unearthing our sportsmen and women around the region, around the world in football. I'm Vernon A. Springer and my co-host is Carl Blankendel. I will be speaking to genius, number 19 from Cameroon, Djemba-Djemba. Djemba, you would know him from Manchester United days. You would also know him from Cameroon football days. He also played for Aston Villa in the English Premier League. So it's really an honor for us to be able to have him on Football Insight and giving us a real comprehensive update in terms of his football career. Welcome, sir, to Football Insight, and tell us how you got involved with football.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody. You know, today, back in the days, you know, it's behind me. It's behind me now. So, but I have all the memories in my head again, back in the day. But all the time, when I joined Manchester United or Aston Villa, I know I enjoyed every moment, every second, every day. So it was like a dream for me to play to Manchester United because when I was a kid, I loved to watch them on the TV when I was in Cameroon before to join Nantes in France. So after 3, 4, 5 years in Nantes, I joined United. It was like it was a dream, and the dream was the dream just come true.
Journey, how you got to Manchester United? You would have most likely got a call from your agent, your manager. What ignited that move to Manchester United?
No, I remember when I was playing in Nantes, some scouts came from England to watch me play in French league. And after that, I remember Ferguson came too in France to watch me play. I think the decision come by him to buy me.
Now, you came at a point in time in English Premier League as one of the top African players going to Manchester United. And at the same time, when you went into Manchester United, you combined with Cristiano Ronaldo. What was that movement like?
Yeah, you know, it was it was fantastic. I remember back in the days, Cristiano, he was I think 17 or 18, something like that. He was very young. And I make my debut with him against Bolton the same day. We came on the pitch together. And it was like it was so fantastic. I remember we win that game. It was Manchester against Bolton at home at Old Trafford. It was my first game, and I remember like it was yesterday. So it was fantastic.
What is like being in a Manchester United dressing room with Sir Alex Ferguson? Talk us through that. It's a long time ago, but what was the mood like in a Manchester United dressing room? Ronaldo and listening to Sir Alex.
You know, it was big. It was fantastic. You know, Alex Ferguson. It was like a dad. It was like a dad for the young players, all the young players. You know, it was like protect all the young players. Try to learn you how to deal with a big player. Like I remember it was Rio Ferdinand was there, Paul Scholes, Giggsy, Roy Keane. Ooh. Roy Keane, he was there. It was tough. You know, it was hard. Gary Neville, Phil Neville. It was fantastic to be there, and I think all the young players there was like a son for Alex Ferguson.
Your highs and lows of playing English Premier League football.
Say again, pardon?
Your highs, your high moment and your low point playing English Premier League football.
Yeah, well, for me, it was like it's a bigger league in the world. You know, play to England football. You know, Premiership is like wow. You know, for me, it was like a dream. But back in the days, I no have no regret. I don't have no regret. I learned too much there. I learned with the to be training with the big players, and it was fantastic. And for me, Manchester will stay in my life, in my heart, like a biggest club in the world.
If you're wondering what's happening, if you're viewing or listening to this special interview, it's been powered by Island Cup Open and our other major sponsors. It's Eric Djemba and Carl Blankendel. He's got a couple of questions. He can't wait to get in to speak to Eric.
Yes, Eric. I just said Sir Eric earlier because I'm a Manchester United fan, so I'm very happy. You can see it on my face and in here. So Djemba-Djemba, Manchester United, fantastic dressing room. Paul Scholes, Ryan Giggs, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Roy Keane, as you said. Whew, Roy Keane.
Yeah.
But this is Caribbean Sports Entertainment Management Group, and even though we're in the Caribbean, we are part of Africa. So I'm going to go straight to your homeland, Cameroon.
Yeah.
Now, you are a superstar back home, but my favorite player for Cameroon ever was Roger Miller. Can you tell me anything about Roger Miller, the big god himself?
You know, Roger Miller is amazing. He's amazing. And I can remember one thing in World Cup 2002, we went there to play the first game against, I think, Germany. Yes. And we lost 2-0. And in the dressing room, Roger Miller, he was retired a long time. He was retired for a long time. He just came. He came in and he was like upset. He wanted to beat everybody in the dressing room. I was like, wow. He said, Cameroon don't need to be beat by German because German, there was like a first country to involve in Cameroon back in the days. So that day, I remember I was looking in the eyes. It was like fire, you know? It was like fire. Since that day, every time now when I meet Roger Miller, when I went to Cameroon in holiday, I just put my head down. I just put my head down because I was remember every time, what he said to everybody, to every player in the dressing room, to Samuel Eto'o, to Rigobert Song, to Patrick Mboma. Everybody was like down because Roger Miller in Cameroon, in Africa, is like a chef.
Yes, beautiful, beautiful. Now, they set the bar. They made it so difficult for any other team by beating Argentina. Remember the opening game of the World Cup?
Yes.
They went in 1-0. Do people still celebrate that victory, Cameroon over Argentina, beating Diego Maradona's team? People still get excited about that?
Yeah, of course. You know, it's like a reference. It's like a reference now. In Cameroon back in the days, everybody, every time every Cameroonian, when they are watching Argentina play, they just remember 1990, you know, 1990, 1-0. It was fantastic. Diego Maradona, Batistuta, it was fantastic. Now they are talking a little bit about Cameroon beating Brazil in Confederation Cup in 2003 in France. 1-0. Samuel Eto'o scored the goal. I was in the pitch. I remember. And now they are still talking a little bit about it, but Cameroon against Argentina is a bigger reference.
Now, being a professional player like you, coming from Cameroon to France, playing for Cameroon, World Cup, all of these high, great moments. But how strong do a young player, 16, how strong do they have to be in the mind to try to get into the team and stay into the team or club?
You know, sometimes it depends how your parents give you the education. You know, if you have a strong education, sometimes when you came to the pitch or when you try to learn something, you will try to learn very fast because you have strong, hard education. And today it's not like 20 years ago. Today you can see 16 years old, you can play to the Premier League. You know, back in the days, it was very, very difficult. It was very, it was very hard. And to when you have 16 years old and you left your country, you came to Europe, it's very, very difficult. Mentally, you need to be strong because you don't have your parents, you don't have your brothers, you don't have your sister, your family, your friend. Is a new place for you. You need to be playing how, training how, but you need to have a respect for the biggest, respect for the people who make the pass. You need to have respect of them. You need to learn. You need to stay quiet, try to learn, and if you have the motivation, you will be professional.
Fantastic. I'll pass it back on to Vernon, who's going to start discussing the Ireland Open Cup with you.
Okay.
Well, it's inspiring to just listen to Eric talk about becoming a professional footballer. Times have changed 20 years on. We now have social media. I want to ask you a critical question, Eric.
Yeah.
Did you ever face racism while you were playing sports?
Say again, please.
Did you ever face any sort of racism while you were playing professional football?
No. For be real, no. I didn't face it. No. When I was young, when I was 17, I remember I went to play, I think, near to Nantes. It was just one person tried to say to me, go back in your place, go back. But it was only one person. But after that, no, never. I didn't face that, never.
What's your message to young players coming through now? Because we see what's happening with the black players in particular. We got a wider pool now of social media. We got Instagram, we have Facebook, we got Twitter, and professional footballers, not only footballers, but sportsmen and women are being abused now on social media. What's your message from Africa to the Caribbean, maybe all around the world? What's your message to young sportsmen and women? How can they be able to deal with this?
My message to them is like it's easy to deal with them. It's easy to deal with that. It's easy we deal to that. If, like I said before, it depends how you have how they educate you. It depends how your parents educate you, and it depends to what you want to do in your life, where you want to be, where you want to go, your achievement. So you can be in the social media. You can have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everything. But if you know what you want, where do you want to go, you can deal with that. It's easy. It depends of education, how you be educated by your parents, by your family, by your friend. But sometimes you need to be out of that. Sometimes you need to be out because if you into that into social media too much, you can lose your concentration. You can lose what you want to have in your life. So sometimes you need to forget about it. Sometimes you need to be out of the social media to think only about your career.
Wonderful message from you, Eric.
When your body is challenged, it burns fuel and energy. Respond to every challenge with Altitude Sports Drink. It replenishes, restores, and prepares you for the next level. Altitude is uniquely formulated with an electrolyte blend and magnesium available in fruit punch, blue frost, and grape. Altitude. Raise your game.
Let me take this opportunity to say how delighted and excited I am to be part of the Island Cup as an ambassador. I'm really looking forward to it. I know it's a great initiative that will give our young footballers in the region an opportunity for them to highlight their product. So I'm really looking forward to it, which will be hopefully happen next year. We know that we are going through some trial times at this particular time with COVID-19. Let me just take this opportunity to say to everyone globally to continue to stay as safe as you can. Also to continue to try and fulfill all the requirements which are on board for you to stay as safe as possible. God bless.
Connecting now Africa, the Caribbean, sports and entertainment. And Island Cup Open is coming on board, and sooner rather than later, we will be seeing you playing in that. And even though you're maybe in the you've retired from football, it would be nice to see you in the.
Be careful! Be careful! I still run.
Just a little bit about your involvement in the Island Cup Open coming in 2022, and how you approach and how you got involved in this.
You know, I am excited for that. I'm waiting for that for a long time because I think the world, they will watch that because it's like a first time. It will be a first time, and to be in the first edition, it's like I'm proud to be there. I'm excited to be there. So I'm waiting for that for a long time. And I hope everything will be good there. Everything will be very secure. And all the world, they will enjoy, watch the old player, the biggest names. And it's good. It's good for Iceland Cup. It's good for Africa. It's good for Europe because everybody, they will watch. So that's fantastic.
How close you and Chris Anderson are, because he's the one who ignited his vision to be able to have the Island Cup Open.
Say again, pardon? This Cup.
How close knit are you and Chris Anderson, the person who has ignited the Island Cup Open?
You know, Chris, somebody like introduced me to Chris, and Chris and me, we start to talk, and we just have a good chat. He said to me, Eric, I want to do this, I want to do this. I said to him, it's a good idea. And since 1 year and a half now, we are talking. Since 2020, July 2020, Chris and me, we are talking, you know. And for me, I said to him, it's a good idea. And I'm very, very happy to be there, to be part of that. And since him and me, we have a conversation, he said to me, Eric, don't worry, it will work. And I hope it will work.
The theme for it is Kick Poverty Out, which will be helping young youths in Africa and also in the Caribbean. I'm sure that theme sort of caught you, Kick Poverty Out.
Yeah, you know, it's so fantastic to do that, to have a heart, you know, it's fantastic to do that. I came from a poor country, you know, and I can see back the days when I was in Cameroon, I was playing in the street with no boots on my feet. You understand? But I make it. I went to Manchester United, the biggest team in the world. But 30 years ago, I was playing with no boots on my feet in Cameroon, in my country. So to give him back to them, what as Asian Cup they are doing for the poverty is fantastic. So fantastic.
Al, nets will shake. And trust me, we got to check out Eric Djemba. He's already started training Island Cup Open 2022. Look out. We got some big names coming, the Dwight York and Eric Cantona and company. And Eric is gearing himself up to be able to make sure that he's going to be on the field, getting himself, as we would say, around the world, just holding his own in the midfield. You never know, he might maybe just step up now and again and maybe just score a couple of goals to just make sure that everything is in enlightenment. But your plans for the future in terms of your football academy, any plans of having your own football academy?
Yes, you know, it was a plan. I make it long time ago. Today I have opportunity to put it down in my country. Now since 1 year now, I have the academy in Cameroon, you know, and I hope in few years, I will bring some players from Cameroon to Europe, maybe to Asian Cup. You never know, you know. So it was my plan, and I'm very happy. I'm proud of that to help them to be like me, to be like Dwight York, and say to Dwight York, he wear my number 19. Dwight York have my number 19. But you know, he's a big brother, so I will play with 99. I will give him the 19 because he's a big brother. So I need to respect that. Say hello to him.
Do you have a foundation set up, Eric?
Yes.
Tell us how can folks contribute to the foundation?
You know, for me, first of all, if they are healthy, you know, that's the better thing, to be healthy. After that, when you're healthy, you can do many things. You can play football, you can be a journalist, you know, you can be a chairman. So to help them is easy, just to give them hand, and everybody know how it's work. I have that foundation. I can help them sometime with what the team, you know, cross the world. They give to me, they send to me to give to them, you know, to be healthy, to play football. For me, that's all. That's all.
Remember, if you're listening or viewing this special interview with Eric Djemba, this is powered by Island Cup Open and all of our other major sponsors. We're going to put Eric now on the grid, Cal and myself. And so we're going to ask him a little bit personal questions about sports and about football and about music. Your genre of music that you like?
Normally, it's a soul. You know, I'm a quiet guy outside the pitch. I'm a quiet guy outside the pitch. But in the pitch, I am like, you know, but I like to listen soul music.
Outside of football, which other sport do you follow?
Basketball.
So I don't need to ask if you back Chicago Bulls, but who's your top basketballer in the world?
Michael Jordan, but he's retired now.
All right. In the latest crop taking place, who you're following as we speak?
Chicago.
Okay. Now let me pick your brain a little bit and take you back in time.
Yeah.
Give me your top 5 footballers that you would have seen around the world, whether past or present.
Past, first of all, in the past, you have Ronaldinho, Zidane, Ronaldo, the biggest Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, present, Lionel Messi.
Carl, I don't know if it's on the grid because boy, it sounds as if Eric was listening to our conversation. He's come prepared. He's giving us a top 5. It's almost like a headache for us. So I don't even know if we can match it, Carl. But Carl, let's continue to grid him and let's see what we can come up with.
Yeah. I mean, the only one that I think you can add on to there, but you can only have 5.
Yeah.
The small man, but powerful. Samuel Eto'o. Girls.
You know, Samuel Eto'o, he was fantastic, fantastic player, you know. But Samuel Eto'o he didn't have a chance to be in the same generation with Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, the biggest Ronaldo, Zidane, you know. But if you say to me to add two players, I will put Samuel Eto'o, I will put Drogba, DJ Drogba, you know.
Okay.
But they didn't have luck to be in the same generation.
Yes. Djemba-Djemba, question to you. World Cup. African teams are doing quite well every World Cup, quarterfinals. But when are we going to get to the finals and win it? An African nation. Give me a prediction.
I think Cameroon have a chance in 1990 with Cameroon. They went to quarterfinal. It was amazing. It was amazing. But I remember Ghana, they went in semi-final, yeah? No. They lost in quarterfinal, I think. They lost in quarterfinal. So today is difficult, it's a little bit hard to say because that generation, they retire now. Now we have new generation. So we need the time. We need the time again because it will be more difficult and difficult now. But I can say in 10 years, you can see a one Africa team in the final. 10 years. Give 10 years again because now the generation is like, you know, but we need to wait for a new generation. So I can give 10 years. I guess 10 years for that.
Let's go back to your Manchester United days. I'm from Bermuda, and we have our own EPL superstar. We had one before the EPL, Mr. Clyde Bass, who was one of the first black players to ever play in England professionally for West Ham. And then we have Sean Goater. He played for Manchester United when he was 17, not EPL. He went over there to trials, didn't make it, went to lower teams, came back, played for Manchester City, and scored some nice goals against Manchester United. Even though I'm from Manchester United and he's from Manchester City, he's from Bermuda as well. Have you heard of Mr. Sean Goater before?
Yes, yes, because you know, in Manchester, when you play for City, you know, Manchester fan they came crazy. They came crazy, and I hear about that. I hear about the goal he scored when he came back with City to play against Manchester. You know, they are rival, so it was like it was like shooting Manchester fan. You know. So I remember that. I hear about him, and I hope I will meet him soon, very soon.
Yes, and he still plays a little bit, so maybe we can talk to Chris, Mr. Anderson, and get him involved in the Open Cup because he will be a good representative from a small place like Bermuda to show you can make it, similar to you coming all the way from Cameroon and making it all the way to Manchester United. Now, what is everyone thinks Alex Ferguson was really tough, and he was. But tell me something that he done that was really nice that would have surprised you or one of your former teammates.
You know, everybody think about, yes, but Alex Ferguson, when you don't do a job, of course, it will go tough on you, you know. But he have a sensibility like ever, like ever. You need to know him. You need to talk with him. And I remember every time, sometime when I was like, no, okay, putting my head down after training. He was coming to me, asked me about my family, asked me if everything is okay with my kids, you know, if I want to see my dad, I want to see my mom, you know, he was talking to me very nice. His sensibility was like ever. And I remember one game we play against Leeds, and I scored the goals. I scored the goal in Leeds. I think it was the last minute. I scored a goal, and we qualified for the next level. it was a I think League Cup or something like that. I scored the goal, and him he was there. He was sitting down watching the game, and after the game, he was so happy. He came to me. He came in the dressing room, and he said, "Today we win the game because we had in our team a Cameroon player." you know. And Rio Ferdinand said, "No, no, 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 it's not him, it's everybody, you know." And I remember again, Ferguson, it was like fantastic, fantastic. But to be honest, sometimes it can be hard. Never in the training. In the training, no. In the game or in the dressing room, it can be hard. It can go on you know. But after that, you need to know him. He's a great man. He's a great man. He's a good dad. He's a good manager.
Okay, and before I hand it back to Vernon, for our young listeners, every young boy in Bermuda wants to be like Djemba-Djemba. They want to put on the United shirt or Chelsea shirt or Manchester City shirt. What is the number one thing they must do besides playing football? What do they need to do before they think about football to get to become a professional?
They need to respect the others, first of all. They need to work hard because when you work hard, you can make it. You can make it. You can be professional. Maybe not in Manchester United, maybe in Madrid, why not? Maybe in Lyon, in France, but they can make it. When you work, you never lost what you did in work. You always have it back. They need to work hard. They need to respect the others. They need to respect their self. What they are doing is very, very important. When you are honest, when you respect others, when you work hard, you always get the glory.
Thank you. And back to Vernon.
Folks, you know, our motto is Djemba-Djemba brings to you consistency and football insight. Our mission really is to educate and to inspire. Djemba-Djemba, this conversation, which is powered by Island Cup Open and all of our other major sponsors, has really been enlightening for our young sportsmen and women throughout the world. And that's why the platform called Football Insight is here to be able to help you in a very big way.
Thank you.
Blankendale and myself, it really was indeed an honor for us in having this conversation which really has been enlightening to us, but inspiring to the point of giving us hope for the future, to be able to make sure that we can inspire the young boy and girl somewhere around the world who will be able to go to all our social media platforms, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, you name it, and see this interview with an icon. We call you an icon because
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
this is really, really, really an honor indeed for us. And sooner rather than later in 2022, I and myself will be able to be in real life, closing off and having a photo with you.
Okay, it's my pleasure. No problem. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Eric. On behalf of the show, definitely the sponsors, Island Open Cup. I want to thank you. You are our first major international football guest. You know, we haven't received anyone bigger than you. You've played for United, Cameroon, Nantes, go on and on. Really want to thank you for taking out your time. And this is going to be good for the region to have a big superstar like you tell us what it really is to be a professional and to give the message to the young people and to start promoting the Island Cup that's coming in our region, the first big major tournament for many years. So thank you once again.
Thank you, it's me. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
When your body is challenged, it burns fuel and energy. Respond to every challenge with Altitude Sports Drink. It replenishes, restores, and prepares you for the next level. Altitude is uniquely formulated with an electrolyte blend and magnesia available in fruit punch, blue frost, and grape. Altitude. Raise your game.
Let me take this opportunity to say how delighted and excited I am to be part of the the Island Cup as an ambassador. I'm really looking forward to it. I know it's a great initiative that will give our young footballers in the region an opportunity for them to highlight their product. So I'm really looking forward to it, which will be hopefully happen next year. We know that we are going to some trial times at this particular time with COVID-19. Let me just take this opportunity to say to everyone globally to continue to stay as safe as you can. Also to continue to try and fulfill all the requirements which are on board for you to stay as safe as possible. God bless.